Welcome back to Podcast Recovery, everyone. We're your hosts, David O.
And Eric V.
And today we're doing, a special topic episode for,
Topic.
very weird. For a holiday episode. I think we did. We did a
Christmas episode one time
last year.
Yeah, one time.
And we'll do another one, this year. But I can't remember. We'll have to go back and listen to it just so we don't rehash.
David
material.
was very adamant about this this episode on Halloween.
I am.
Which I am not as adamant. I kind of think Halloween's a how do I put this?
You think it's a garbage holiday?
A silly holiday.
Why is it a silly holiday?
I think it's for those people who don't feel comfortable in their own skin. Ooh, hot take. Hot take.
You're taking you're not looking at the history of it.
Oh, we're looking at the history of
All Hallows of it. All Hallows Eve, Samhain, all of it.
Oh. Well, I'm just looking at the silliness of Halloween.
I know you are. And
I think it's funny how it's turned into this thing where women dress up as slutty versions of whatever.
Yeah. And that's goofy.
Men kind of dress up, but kind of don't, half-ass. They half-ass their costumes. Like my brother-in-law the other day, he just wore a suit, and my sister put green, very light green makeup on him, and he's like, I'm Frankenstein. I'm like, are you?
Yeah. But you go back to the origins of it with even Latin America with Dia de los Muertos, which is November 1st, which is their version of All Saints Day, which comes right after,
which is separate from Cinco, right?
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo is entirely different.
Yeah. So wait. So is
so All Hallows Eve is
hold on.
Okay.
Let's stick with that. Coco is about which day?
That's Dia de los Muertos. That's November 1st.
Okay, so it's not about Cinco de Mayo. Okay.
No,
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
No, because that's the Day of the Dead. So many different cultures have this level of celebration for whether it's the end of the harvest season, the beginning of really transitioning into autumn and winter and everything, but all it was a harvest festival that throughout the years several different goofy traditions came about before the solstice, which is another 2 months away, in around Christmas, which is the real origins of Christmas. It's all pagan stuff that has been changed and rearranged and fucked around with until where we are today.
I did forget I was speaking to a polytheist, so this is really your holiday.
Well, technically all of them are. If you want to fucking talk about it.
I've already talked to you about this. Christmas is owned by the capitalists, okay?
No, it is
our holiday, sir. It is ours.
It is not.
We own it.
Not.
Okay?
No, it is not.
Your economy depends
We're gonna fucking talk
Christmas.
about this in 2 months. We'll talk about this in 2 months. We're focusing on Halloween tonight. So back in the day, let's keep it, for our listeners, as far as it goes with using. Was Halloween ever a big time for using for you?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
We've already been over this. Halloween is not a holiday that I particularly celebrated.
You never had a drunken Halloween parties?
No.
Really?
No. I mean, I would go to Halloween parties and then people would be like, Eric, why aren't you dressed up? And I was like, oh, this again. And then I'd be like, okay, whatever.
So you're the party pooper.
I guess I am the party pooper.
You are the party pooper.
I was called out. I went to a Halloween party for kids the other day and at my cousin's house, and she was like, everyone looks great except for Eric.
Yeah, why don't you get into it? It's fun to be goofy for a day.
I could. It's more of just my,
your cynicism.
Cynicism is so strong that I'm just like, this is really dumb.
So what if your daughter comes to you and
I'm already dressing up
Daddy,
with my daughter.
I want you to be this with me for Halloween.
I'm already being a bear.
There you go.
But that's
There
different. That's not a party. That's just going trick-or-treating.
I get that. I get that.
So...
But
I'm willing to dress up. I just think it is a very
it is
childish holiday.
Dude, isn't that good though? Aren't you tired of being a fucking adult for 364 days?
No, we've talked about this, David. Where I am right now is where I belong, and I'm happy in my skin.
Dude.
I know you hope
adulting
you love
sucks.
I know you loved high school, but
adulting sucks.
I love being an adult.
It sucks, dude.
I mean, there's certain things that are really annoying and stressful and blah blah blah, but do I want to go back to a time where
I didn't have to pay bills? Yeah.
I don't know if I want that,
100% I do.
I get it. I get why you would like that, but yeah, I kind of like this better, But
also, I like, for me, candy was candy.
Let's move on to candy.
No. Candy and chocolate were very much my first red flags of addiction, which I didn't realize until I got into recovery. But I would literally
candy. I guess mine was soda.
Absolutely.
So that was my first.
What sort of behavior did you exhibit that is addict behavior for sodas? Just the amount that you would drink?
Yeah. Mary Catherine has never told you these stories. There's a reason I don't drink soda. One time, when we were living in Hamden, Mary Catherine brought a 12-pack of Coke, and she was going to get one the next day, and it was all gone.
You drank 12 Cokes in one day.
Yes.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink soda.
Dude, I haven't drank soda like that in decades.
I love soda.
I'm not a huge soda guy.
Love Mountain Dew, and I love Coke.
Back in the day, I loved Mountain Dew. There was
Mountain Dew's great, dude. Mountain Dew is so fucking good, and so is Coke.
Mountain
Coke
Dew was originally supposed to be a chaser / mixer for Scotch.
That's wrong.
No, it is not
wrong. Terrible.
It is not wrong.
No, it is wrong. I'm saying their objective wrong.
I'm just, but
that is not the
reality
correct chaser for Scotch.
I don't agree. Exactly. I don't think so. I mean, the correct chaser with Scotch is a trash can, in my opinion. Just take that shit, throw it in the garbage. I do not like Scotch. I never liked Scotch. However, I loved whiskey.
What's that line in Anchorman?
Irish whiskey and Canadian. Scotch. Scotch. Now it goes down into my belly.
Yum, yum, yum.
But Scotch was fucking terrible, but Mountain Dew was created this would be a perfect chaser for Scotch. And
Scotch is like brandy, where unless you have
it's whiskey.
It's disgusting.
Scotch is whiskey.
It's disgusting. Scotch is so gross.
It's
just, like mezcal. Did you ever try mezcal when you were out?
Mezcal is fucking
disgusting.
It's tequila.
It's let's take tequila and ruin it.
Yes.
And here it is. It's called mezcal.
Yeah. Totally. I mean, I think, no offense to our, Hispanic drinkers out there, but I think most Hispanic alcohols and liquors are trash.
True.
High level tequila is very good. If it's bottom shelf tequila, it tastes like trash. All their beer tastes like trash.
All their beer tastes like piss. All their beer is terrible. It all tastes like piss.
Dude, it is awful. And granted, I had Corona and Tecate, and both of them suck.
Corona, Tecate.
Those are the two I had, and they're garbage. But I mean, even nowadays, I see so many parents out nowadays, and I'm gonna segue into this thing. This is gonna be a hot take for any parents out there. I fucking hate trunk or treat. Trunk or treat is stupid.
What?
Stupid.
What?
It is a stupid fucking
Why?
thing. I get it.
Why don't you?
I get it.
Why?
Listen, I get it. It is for convenience.
Where are you going trick or treating?
I'm going back to my old my neighborhood that I grew up in Columbia.
Does your neighborhood have a good trick-or-treating
Fuck
area?
yes. Columbia is if there was a model of somewhere you can perfectly go trick-or-treating, it is Columbia, Maryland.
That's true. You guys have all those paths.
It is, dude, you have paths. It is quarter acre to third acre lots that are within walking distance of each other. You could hit easily 100 houses.
So we're going to Old Ellicott City because we don't have that, obviously.
Go to Columbia.
Well, no, we're gonna go to Old Ellicott City.
Well, when our kids get older, we should do Columbia because I'm telling you, it is the stereotypical like experience for kids. Like, if you ever want a safe neighborhood where your kids can go from house to house in rapid succession and really, because there's tons of kids around, it's close quarters, but not like city close quarters.
Yeah.
And it's my street specifically. Like, if you drive down my street, you're like, oh my God, this is suburbia. If ever there was suburbia, this is it. And when you go there on like, I loved trick-or-treating as a kid. Fucking loved it. It was amazing.
See, I didn't care for it.
I loved it.
But I'm also not a huge candy person.
See,
like, I only like gummy bears and and like white chocolate.
Good.
And that's it.
Ew.
Yeah.
We'll circle back around. So my first red flags was candy, because I would literally, and one specific candy was Cadbury eggs. Loved Cadbury cream eggs. Still do.
That's gross.
But I would literally army crawl into my mom's bedroom, go through her purse to get money so I could run up to the CVS and get as many Cadbury cream eggs as I could. So I was willing to steal money from my parents to go get the thing that I wanted, which was Cadbury cream eggs.
Well, you are an addict, sir.
I am an addict, and that is 100% a red flag. And I would eat so much of it. Love candy.
Ew.
Love it, but I don't eat it like that anymore.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure.
Ew.
Dude, I literally brought over some natural remineralizing gum.
Yeah, you did bring over weird gum. Yeah.
It is. Dude, once you taste it, you're like, this is actually really good. And it is.
I'm sure it is.
My wife was super skeptical about it, and then she tried a piece. She was like, that's really fucking good. I was like, I know. And it's sugar-free, dude. Anyway,
what type of sugar though does it have? Like, is it
None.
like I know, but like, what's its other like weird types of sugar?
None.
Do you know?
It doesn't have any sugar.
Are you sure?
I will read the ingredients.
No, like I'm talking about like not like that type of sugar. I'm talking about like xylitol or like
xylitol's not a sugar.
Xylitol is a replacement sugar.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I'm pretty sure.
Xylitol? Yes, it is. It's like something that dogs can't eat.
That doesn't. Dude, dogs can't eat fucking grapes.
I know, but xylitol is a like natural sugar, like a sugar replacement. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna look it up. Xylitol. Oh, that's a lot of words. Yeah, it
looks and tastes similar. So it is a carbon sugar alcohol.
It's a sugar alcohol. Yeah. So
okay. Sugar. All right. Whatever. It's actually good for your teeth. Xylitol is actually really good for your teeth, though.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Xylitol is best known for its dental benefits, such as reducing the risk of cavities. It may also help with digestive health and feeding good gut bacteria.
All I know is it's really bad for dogs.
For dogs, yeah.
Real bad for dogs.
So anyway, back to Halloween. Yeah, I loved all those traditions. I'm also a big horror movie fan. Love horror movies. I've actually been doing a horror movie thing with a couple of my friends through Facebook. We've been posting. Yeah.
Why am I not invited into a horror movie?
Because you don't get on Facebook.
I get on Facebook sometimes. I look at your videos that you send me.
Okay.
I send emojis back, sir.
That's
How
true.
dare you?
That's true. You do.
How dare you?
You've been very good. Good for you. I'm glad. No, so my friend Rachel, who we've had on the podcast 2 or 3 times.
I know a Rachel.
Yeah, we've had her on several times.
Why can't I please her? Rachel.
Irrelevant. Okay. So she's a huge horror movie fan as well. So, at the end of September, I was like, hey, do you want to have a horror movie competition? Competition in parentheses, like not really meaning a competition in any way whatsoever, but just a fun thing where it's like, hey, every day let's watch a different horror movie and post it on our Facebooks and tag each other just so we see like what each other is watching. And she was like, I am so game for this. And it has actually been super fun. Like most of my shit has been like way more mainstream than hers. and like, and I'm not saying like, oh, mine's more mainstream.
so
no,
much better
no,
than
that's credit to her.
his.
No. I'm crediting her that she's posting shit. I'm like, I've never even heard of that shit. I'm like, that sounds awesome. And she's like, yeah, I found it on like whatever. And I'm like, that's fucking dope.
Have you ever seen Pontypool?
What's your favorite horror movie? Scary movie?
Oh my, no, what a loaded dude. What's your favorite?
My favorite or the original Halloween? Hands down.
Oh man.
I'm not saying it's the best. It's my favorite. That's totally different.
Probably 28 Days Later.
Solid answer.
Probably, just thinking about it.
It is the best. It's the best zombie movie.
It is hands down the best zombie movie.
Hands down.
It's not even close.
It's not close.
It's not even close.
I mean, if you put comedy ones in there,
if you put
the comedy ones in there, Shaun of the Dead is up there as equally entertaining.
I think Warm Bodies like starts to get up there a little bit.
Kristen loves Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies.
I think I've seen it once.
Movie. It's a great movie.
It once. I love Night of the Living Dead.
I like the remake of
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Oh yeah, the remake with Dawn of the Dead with Mekhi Phifer and all of them.
I actually think it's better than the old one because they incorporate different types of zombies.
Yeah.
And like I also think it's great then she has she births the zombie baby.
Yeah, she has the zombie baby. Yeah.
Like
Mekhi Phifer has the zombie baby. Yeah. Great movie. Great fucking movie. And I love when the sniper's on the roof and they're like, hey, take out Burt Reynolds. And they find the Burt Reynolds looking zombie and they shoot him. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Ving Rhames is in that movie. That's a fucking amazing movie.
It's a great movie.
Top 5 zombie. Okay, what's your top 5 zombie movies?
Let me bring a list up of zombie movies.
I can do mine. I can do mine right off the top of my head. My top 5 zombie movies. 28 Days Later, Dawn of the Dead. I got to go Zombieland, Shaun of the Dead, and then Night of the Living Dead. That's my top 5.
All right, so 28 Days Later.
With honorable mention to World War Z.
28 Days Later, 20 Weeks Later.
Okay.
Warm Bodies.
Okay.
I'm looking through this list.
I'll be shocked if you don't have Shaun of the Dead in there.
I mean, I'm going to have Shaun of the Dead, yeah.
Okay.
Shaun of the Dead's in there.
Okay. 28 weeks, 28 days, Shaun of the Dead, Warm Bodies. Then you got to come up with another 5.
Probably the remake of Dawn
of the Dead.
And then I'm going to put a honorable mention to Pontypool because it's the most unique of any. Like,
I don't like I Am Legend.
Well, we talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about this.
I like I Am Legend.
The story is very good.
The story of I Am Legend is great, especially if they
have you seen like the OG version of that movie with Vincent Price?
No, I didn't know
The Last Man on Earth?
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. I have it on DVD.
Of course sure you do.
I actually debated on watching it the other night. It was between Last Man on Earth and The House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price, and we chose The House on Haunted Hill.
What's your favorite House on Haunted Hill movie?
I think they're both good.
But
nothing. I enjoy both of them. I think they're good. They're entirely different movies.
The House on Haunted Hill from our childhood.
Oh yeah, with Femke Janssen and all that. It's a good movie
with Chris Kattan.
It is Chris Kattan. Oh yeah, Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah, Jeffrey Rush is in it.
Jeffrey Rush is the Vincent Price character.
Famke Janssen.
I love Famke
awesome
Janssen. Yeah, she's fucking.
Peter Gallagher's in it. Ali Larder's in it.
Peter Gallagher is in it. So is Ali Larder.
Tay Diggs is also in it.
Ali Larder.
Loeb is in it.
I loved Ali Larder. Loved Ali Larder.
She's so hot.
Hold on. Is Idle Hands technically a zombie movie? Technically,
no.
Hold on.
It's a possession movie.
But
possession.
Yes, it is. But Seth Green and Eldon Henson are zombies in that movie. Not wrong.
Then
they are technically zombies.
Then you could say Hocus Pocus is a zombie movie.
I mean, yeah. No, I don't think it is. I'm just asking the question.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
either.
think so.
I don't think so.
I think
either,
they're
but
undead.
I'm just asking the question.
I think they're undead. They're not zombies.
Yeah.
Because they're not going after brains. They're just hanging out, you know?
I know. I love Idle Hands so much.
Idle Hands is a great movie.
I fucking love that movie so much. And my wife does, and she's like, I'm over it. I'm like, I'm not fucking over it. She said that about The Craft this morning, because I want to watch The Craft.
The Craft? How is she over The Craft?
She was like, that was my middle school. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Then you should fucking love it.
I mean, Robin Tooney, dude.
Oh, fucking
Robin
dude.
Tooney.
Fairuza Balk.
No, I'm not as big on Fairuza. I'm all about Robin, dude.
Oh, Fairuza Balk. If you're listening to this by some chance, you caused so many fetishes in my life.
You seem like a David type of girl, Fairuza.
100%. Oh my god,
Robin, you're my type of girl.
Oh
okay?
Yeah, I'll put Nev Campbell as well. Ooh,
Nev.
Ooh, Nev.
She's in there, but I mean Rachel True's attractive as well.
Oh yeah. Dude, and Christine Taylor's in that movie.
I just saw that. Christine Taylor is very attractive.
But yeah, trunk or treat. Yeah, I hate it. I think it is a convenience level bastardization of trick or treat for lazy ass parents, so they can get together and have fucking beers while their kids are in a fucking parking lot.
It's because of all the people like. It's because
I only want to get together with my friends.
It's the news articles, man. It's like the stuff on the news.
But it's so stupid. That's all bullshit. And we knew it was always bullshit.
It is
make
bullshit,
sure and check. Dude, every year when we were kids, it was, you heard the shit. It was like, check your children's candy for razor blades. And it's like, who the fuck ever put razor blades in candy?
Like
or like make sure there's not drugs in your candy. Like, who out there is wasting drugs on fucking elementary school kids? Not happening. Yeah, not happening.
I mean, people.
I am not lacing a Snickers bar with acid just to see a fucking 8-year-old trip balls like a psychopath. No, that shit does not happen.
It does. I don't think it happens.
No, I don't think it happens. It is a level of fucking gross paranoia.
Maybe it happened stupid as shit. Once or twice, and then that's how it got so out of hand.
All these fucking Karens out there are like, let's just use our trunk. We'll make it trunk or treat. Oh my god, that's so clever. And I'll bring some vino. I'll bring a nice
some real
stiff Riesling, and we'll just sit in a parking lot. All our parents can hang out, and our kids will be safe, and they can go from trunk to trunk and we could decorate. And it's fucking lazy. It is fucking lazy. It is a halfway between a trick or treat and a full-blown Halloween party. It is a half-ass bastardization of what this holiday, the fun part of this holiday is and was, and it fucking needs to go. I hate it. I will not participate in them. I think they're fucking stupid.
Slow down. I don't care about trunk or treating. It's fine.
Thank you.
But I do think...
I'm sorry for yelling at me.
I worked at the mall for a long time as... You worked at the mall too. You worked at Hot Topic. Yeah. I worked at Sam Goody. Yeah. And one thing
both of those track for both of us.
Yeah. And one thing
very on brand.
It's actually
it's perfectly on brand for both of us.
Super on brand for both of us that I worked at a record store and he worked at Hot Topic. But I would say that I think that's just the new norm of Halloween with candy is going to places like a mall or going to a place like Old Ellicott City where there's a bunch of stores and getting candy that way. Because also people, not everybody celebrates Halloween, and you can go to some neighborhoods that are pretty empty. If you go to my parents' neighborhood, while I was growing up, there was all old people. There was no fucking people handing out candy. So it sucked, dude.
That's not a neighborhood.
So it's not, each neighborhood isn't equal, they're not equal to each other. So I agree. You have to go to those places. So around here, we could go to
you could go to Columbia very easily.
We could, but Old Ellicott City is where we live. So we're going to go to Old Ellicott City.
I get that.
But we could go to Columbia. We went to Olney a few years ago and that was fine. Actually, yeah, I mean, Columbia would be fine. It's definitely something we could think about.
Yeah.
We could, what's your son going to be?
We haven't narrowed.
Does he have multiple outfits like my daughter?
Yeah.
She is either going to be a bear or a witch. We have not.
Okay.
She has not told us which one yet.
Okay.
She was a witch last weekend.
Yeah.
You know, because witches give stitches.
Magnus does enjoy candy. He does enjoy candy.
Evie's obsessed right now with candy. Obsessed.
He is picky though. He is picky, which is weird because last year he loved candy corn. He does not care for candy corn anymore.
Dude, my daughter would eat scallops like a year and a half ago, and now like I can't get her to fucking eat anything. You know?
Yeah. I hear you.
So what's next on our hatred of Halloween?
Trunk or treat. Well, like, when you did do trick or treating, did you have a favorite candy that you would get?
Anything that isn't chocolate. So
really?
Like, and it actually, no, that's not true. So anything that's,
well, also you have a tree nut allergy, so you had to watch out for that.
I have a tree nut allergy. So like my favorite candies.
No Almond Joys.
I've never been a huge fan of chocolate, and the chocolates that I do like is I like white chocolate and I like dark chocolate, and I hate milk chocolate. So I'm weird.
Now do you hate like all milk chocolate, or do you hate American milk chocolate? I'm not a huge fan of
European
milk chocolate is way better than ours.
I'm just not a fan of milk chocolate. I think that's fair. It leaves this very annoying like texture in your mouth. This latex type texture.
I think that's Hershey's. I think that's Hershey's. Because Cadbury does not have that same level.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what
and
you're
it's like,
about.
This is like annoying.
Yes. Hershey's, dude, Europeans eat Hershey's and they're like, what is this? They're like, why is it like gritty? Why is there like a grittiness? It's supposed to be smooth and creamy, which it is.
Man, going back to the craft, Robin Tunney, man. Robin
Tunney is great.
Oh my God, she is so hot.
Mm-hmm. She was also in Empire Records, another great 90s
I know,
movie.
and she shaved her head in that movie.
Yep. Fantastic.
If you recall.
Fantastic movie. Of course I do. I have that movie on DVD.
That's a great movie. My God, David, what are you going to do with all those DVDs one day?
Watch them for the rest of my life and then pass them down to my son, as they should be, because everybody should be buying physical media.
What?
Yes. Because it is up to the whims of the fucking owners of the... Dude, they could cut you off of fucking movies.
Oh, I'm aware of how licensing works. Yeah. I know how that works.
They can once they want to take that shit away, they can take it away, and you could never see it again if you don't have physical... Dude, it happened with Dogma.
I know it happened at Dogma.
But luckily, he just got the licensing back.
He literally just got it
back.
Back.
But it was out of print for like a decade.
There's a lot of movies like
There's
that.
a lot of movies that are out like that. Like there was a brief period of like the early 2000s where they were like, "Hey, let's make DVDs of everything," and they did. Like even the old 1950s Moby Dick with Gregory Peck has a DVD. I bought it because I fucking want it. But now they don't even make it anymore because they were like two people bought this, like one psychopath and David.
Yeah. I mean,
but the cultural like icon level movies like Casablanca and Gone with the Wind, these are things that need to be like, they don't show them on TV. Like when we were growing up, like there was a time one time a year it's like, oh hey, Roots is coming on television, gotta watch Roots. Hey, Sound of Music is coming on, gotta watch that. Like The Wizard of Oz is coming on, gotta watch that.
I mean, you can find it if you need to find it. Like I can find stuff.
Yeah, but until they take it away, and then they take it away and it's gone unless you have the physical media.
Yeah.
That's why I tell, especially for like old campy movies, like old campy like Tromo like horrors and shit like that. Like you got it, like The Toxic Avenger. If you don't have it on like VHS or like early DVD, you're not gonna get it.
The Toxic Avenger. That's funny.
I mean, there's tons of them. And there was only a brief period where like these things were profitable to make, and it's only people like me, like weirdo fucking DVD collectors, that still buy the shit.
Yep, I'm not buying it.
No, and I love DVDs. I love having the physical media. I love CDs because I think that's the important shit. It sounds better. It just is better.
I mean, I still have all my old stuff that like I ripped from all my, like I ripped everything before I sold it.
Yeah.
So I still have everything.
We've gotten way far off.
Yeah.
Halloween. I think that's about it. Like
what?
I know.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
what else?
This was a mini-sode. Like,
but
there is a degree of using to this holiday, but like,
there's also a degree of mischief to this holiday. And if I know anything about David,
that's true. That's true.
David would have been doing mischief when he was a child.
Now
you shit in weird places.
That's true. That's true. But however, I did not sully the good name of Halloween, and I never did. I was never a tricker. I was always a treater. I enjoy the treats.
You don't enjoy the tricks?
No. By all means, do some scary shit, like scare some people, but like, TPing houses, egging people's houses, never did it because I did not like, I don't like, I like the cheeky nature of the trick of like, if, trick or treat, the trick aspect, like if you're like scaring people and, doing stuff like that, by all means, that's cool. But once you're getting into like levels of like vandalism, specifically for a holiday, I don't like that. Just because I don't think that's what we should be doing. But if it, like my one neighbor's dad, he would always do this, which I plan on doing later in my life. He would always dress like a scarecrow. Like he would have like he would pat all his clothes, and he would just sit on like the porch, look at like just all limp. And then once the kids came up to like go trick or treating,
he'd
scare the shit out of you. And like, and you never knew like what years he would do it. So he would switch on and off. So like one year it would just be a scarecrow, and then other years it would be him, and you could never tell. So like after the first time he got you, the next year you were like super wary of his scarecrow, and then like so it wouldn't get you. But then you were like, oh, it's just a scarecrow. And then next year,
it's not a
scarecrow. So you never knew. So he always kept you guessing. So that's the fun, cheeky nature. Like, I think we're all entitled to a good scare. But yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, it is a very big using holiday. How many bars have like, oh, come, your costume contest and blah, 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 blah. And like, yeah, girls love dressing in skanky ways to get attention from dudes who have very poor costumes. And yes, for many, young 20s, it's become a kind of a gross holiday.
It's like a party holiday.
It kind of is. I mean, it is a party holiday, and that's like it's part of like, a lot of holidays have using aspects to them, and the using part of this holiday, I think, is late teens, early mid 20s. Is like the prime demographic of, debauchery for Halloween. So
debauchery.
And, I definitely did. I did my fair share of Halloween parties and shit like that. But
I did my fair share. I was just never really like, I just never dressed up or got into like the spirit of it, I guess.
I love Halloween.
I was just like, I don't get it.
I love it, dude. It like I like horror because like
oh, well then here, what are your favorite horror movies then, David? Like we talked about zombie movies. What are your favorite horror movies for this holiday?
I mean, there's so many different categories. I love werewolf movies. Love werewolf movies.
Like, are we talking about An American Werewolf in London? Or are we talking
we're talking Silver Bullet. We're talking The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro. We're talking about Teen Wolf. Great movie.
I didn't see The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro.
It's really good.
It looked like it had some legs to it.
It definitely does. I mean, it's Anthony Hopkins, Emily Blunt, and Benicio del Toro, and Hugo Weaving. What else do you want?
Hugo Weaving is the man.
Hugo Weaving is the man. It's very good. It's very good. I would recommend that. But I love the transition, and I think like a lot of it started with like our childhood. We were reading Goosebumps books. And we had Are You Afraid of the Dark on Nickelodeon, which was fantastic.
Great show.
Great fucking show. So I think, and like every time around this time of year, at night, you were guaranteed to see Thriller on pretty much once a night.
Thriller?
Yeah, on either VH1 or MTV. And like the good part about it, like a werewolf movie, is you always get to see how they did the transition, because that's the key part, is like the transition scene of how they go from human to werewolf is just like it's great, because it's always different from movie to movie, and obviously it's a campy old creature feature, but I love creature features, dude. But yeah, there's thriller, there's gore porn, there's all sorts of shit.
There's what?
Gore porn.
What?
So it's not actually pornography, but it's just movies that are just grotesquely gory just for the sake of being gory.
Like House of a Thousand Corpses?
Yes. House
Would
of
that
a
be
Thousand.
gore porn?
I would probably consider that. I actually watched that yesterday.
I wanted to watch that recently, actually. I thought about it like
that is
the other day.
most that is like I want to read what I wrote on Facebook because it was actually
You wrote something about the movie?
Yeah, because I told you we've been doing our fucking thing every day.
Sherry Moon, man.
Oh, that was Sherry Moon in her prime.
Sherry Moon.
Yesterday I got home from work early, so I actually got to watch 3 movies yesterday. So what I watched yesterday was House of a Thousand Corpses first.
Did you watch the trilogy?
No, I did not watch the trilogy. I should have, because Kristen doesn't particularly like them. Anyway, so I wrote, if ever there was a greasy, sleazy, sideshow, freak-filled thrill ride of gore and Americana backroad horror, then this is the movie that is it. Which I think is and I'll read that again. If ever there was a greasy, sleazy, sideshow, freak-filled thrill ride of gore and Americana backroad horror, then this movie is it. And I think that's exactly the vibe of House of a Thousand Corpses.
It's like, totally the vibe.
It is greasy, it is grungy, it's just it's disgusting and foul, and it makes you fear the back roads of fucking Texarkana and just not wanting to go down parts of Route 66 for fear of the hills have eyes type shit. And it's creepy. And then the second movie I watched was Broken Lizard's Club Dread, which is a hilarious movie. Obviously, another comedy horror. Love that movie.
I like that you have Club Dread as your next second movie.
Yeah, I had to reel it back. I had to reel it back from House of a Thousand Corpses. If I would have doubled down and gone straight to Devil's Rejects, I would have been in a super dark headspace. And then my third one I watched, which was last night, was The Shining, which is a top 5 horror movie of all time.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
But going with other creature features,
can I say something?
Jaws is an amazing horror movie.
Can I say something about The Shining?
Of course.
The one dude, his entire point in the movie is completely a waste of time.
Who? Scatman?
Is that the dude who drives the entire time and then he just goes there and dies?
Yeah, yes, it's Scatman Carruthers.
Scatman, what?
That's Scatman Carruthers.
Like the singer Scatman?
No, that's his fucking name.
Scatman Carruthers?
Yes, he's Mr. Halloran, the black dude, who can also do The Shining.
He sings, this dude. I just saw a video with this guy. Scatman Crothers. Yeah, he did something. Yeah, he was in the Aristocrats. I knew it.
Yes.
Yes, I know who Scatman. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Scatman
but
Crothers.
He's not the Scatman from the Scatman song of the 90s.
No, but he's the guy from the Aristocats.
Yes.
Because I watched something with him and the guy from Baloo the other day where they were just hanging out. He was like, "Ha, Baloo," and the guy was like, and they played this cool song. Scatman Carruthers. I just found out about this guy. He's amazing.
Yeah, Scatman Carruthers is awesome. He's also in the Twilight Zone movie.
Which, but I mean, dude, there's a lot of Twilight Zone stuff.
No, the 1980s the Twilight Zone anthology movie with with Dan Aykroyd and John Lithgow.
Dan Aykroyd? I don't remember that one.
Dude, have you not seen that movie?
I don't think so.
Dude, that movie's fucking fantastic. Albert Brooks is in it. John Lithgow. So they did. So it's an anthology. So it's it's different episodes of the Twilight Zone, like the Captain Kirk. Why can't I not think of his name?
Star Trek? Shatner?
William Shatner. The William Shatner episode where he's like, "Captain, there's something on the wing." But John Lithgow redid it, and he's unhinged, and it's fantastic. So yeah, like the Goblin on the airplane wing episode is in there. The episode where the senior citizens are playing kick the can, and Scatman Carruthers is in that one. Where when they're playing kick the can, they actually get to become kids again, and they go back in time. Great episode. And then there's the other kid who can control shit with his mind. And he basically warps reality. Great. Watch that movie. That movie's fucking awesome.
Interesting.
But
Scatman Crothers.
But I love sci-fi horror as well. Like last week, I watched Sphere.
Did you watch Event Horizon lately?
I did not watch Event Horizon.
I think Event Horizon is
one of the most terrifying movies I've ever seen.
The
sci-fi horror movie of all time.
Best sci-fi horror movie of all time.
It's horrifying.
And number 2 is Sunshine.
Is what?
Sunshine.
I haven't seen that. I would disagree. I'd say the second best, which is actually technically a creature feature as well as a sci-fi horror, is Alien.
Dude, you need to see Sunshine. It's
hold on, real quick. So, okay, Alien, we agree, is a sci-fi horror creature feature, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And same with Predator and all those.
That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Is Predator?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I think it's more of an action movie.
I think it's also a creature feature.
Okay.
I think you can call it an action movie, but it's also a creature feature because it's a creature.
Yeah.
And if you're putting Alien in that category, you got to put Predator in that category because they're the same fucking thing.
It might go along with like The Thing as well. Okay.
And The Thing, exactly.
The
Thing is exactly the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
You could even put things like The Mist in there.
Oh, The Mist is totally a horror movie.
It's The Mist might have one of
the darkest endings of all time.
The darkest.
I can't think of a darker ending.
I just think it's amazing how it
ends. It is amazing.
It's like
the rug pull. And listen, we're not going to spoil anybody out there listening. Dude, watch
it's been
The
years.
Mist. I understand that, but I don't want to. I'm not. I don't like.
You're
spoilers.
Not a spoiler.
I'm not a spoiler for even old movies. Like the rug pull at the end of The Mist is like, oh my god. You're like, what the that is demented.
It is bad.
That is horrendous. They have a good rug pull at the end of the House of a Thousand Corpses. I forgot that.
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Where the one girl gets away, but then fucking Captain Spaulding picks her up.
Oh,
and then fucking Otis, Otis is right in the back seat, and fucking they bring her straight back to. She's like, I need to get to a doctor, and he's like, I'll get you to a doctor, and they fucking bring her back to Dr. Satan. Dr. Satan! I fucking love that movie.
I need to watch that movie again.
Dude, that movie is fucking demented.
It's been so long.
Fucking
it's such
demented.
A great.
It is unhinged. It is an absolutely unhinged fucking movie.
Well, if we talk about just just for a second talking about Rob Zombie movies, I mean his Halloweens I think are they stand alone.
Spectacular.
I know you like Halloween the original more. I actually like his versions more.
I don't fault you for that. I won't say you're wrong. I won't say anybody's wrong. Dude, his second movie really got shit canned, and I'm like, I don't know why. That movie was great.
I thought it was great. I thought the way he's told the story was great.
I thought the follow-up was great. It really delved into Laurie's just absolute, trauma from this whole event and how she has just horrendous mental breakdown throughout this, and it really kind of took it away from. Yes, it's still a Michael Myers movie, but it's not so much Michael Myers as it is Laurie Strode just going insane.
Which I like that.
I thought
it was very different.
That's so cool. I never saw that coming.
And I mean, Lords of Salem is also I know a lot of people hate Lords of Salem, but
a lot of people don't even know what it is.
I think the first part of the movie is like this, it changes. It's like Event Horizon, Horizon or Sunshine. Event Horizon and Sunshine start out as these sci-fi, Lost in Space type movies where it's like, oh, we're going on an adventure, and then all the fucking sudden hell breaks loose, literally, and that's what I feel like Lords of Salem is. It starts out as this almost nice witch movie, and then becomes this shining type,
this shining level fucking
psychedelic trip almost.
Have you seen 31? His most recent movie.
31. No.
31's pretty. So. The plot is very rudimentary.
I thought his most recent movie was a hockey movie.
No, his most recent movie was actually The Munsters. And I couldn't get all the way through it.
That's a shame because
Did you get all the way through it?
I didn't watch it. I want to watch it because are you a Munsters fan?
I am a Monsters fan, absolutely.
So okay, this is so funny. And we're really off topic here.
Go. I know,
but
we're
David,
so off topic.
David,
Anybody still listening, there's no recovery here. Just don't do drugs with your Snickers.
So David and I are both about the same age, and my wife is about 4 years younger than me. Nick at Night completely changed from our age to their age.
Oh yeah.
So like we had the Munsters. Like I would watch the Munsters. I would watch the Addams Family. I would watch Gilligan's Island. I would watch I Dream of Jeannie.
Dude, they had the Andy Griffith show.
Andy Griffith. I would watch all those shows. But when my wife, when she started watching, it was like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and like Family Ties and like all that horse shit from the 80s and 90s. So like she missed all that. But the Munsters was a great show. Like a great show, man. It's a bummer that it didn't really work out. Like, but I thought he made a hockey of 31. Ooh, is that the final one?
What?
Is this the sequel? Like, is this a trilogy? Does this finish the trilogy? 31?
No. The one that finishes the trilogy is 3 from Hell.
I think I've seen that one.
I haven't seen it. I have it on DVD. I bought it last year.
Or did I see The Devil's Rejects?
You saw The Devil's Rejects. Devil's Rejects is one of the best horror movies I've ever seen.
3 from 1. Why am I
3 from Hell?
3 from Hell. Why have I not seen 3 from Hell?
I don't know. So that actually has the guy who was in 31 kind of
because it came out
Captain Spaulding. It came out
2019. Who replaced Captain Spaulding? Because he died.
Yeah. So it's the guy from 31.
Okay, he looks kind of serious.
So the first Rob Zombie movie he was in, he was one of the ambulance drivers in Halloween 2, and he gets his head fucking sawed off, which is awesome. It's a really good scene. And that he gets his head sawed off. It's a great scene. It's cinema history.
Oh, so they don't replace him though. They like
no, it's a new character, but so they pseudo replace him. But then the guy from Halloween 2 gets his head sawed off is then Doomhead in 31, and oh my god, Doomhead, the dialogue in 31 is what makes it. The dialogue and the characters, like the plot itself is like, it's okay. Like if you just look at it like, oh, these people get kidnapped and they get put into like a torture game, like a killing torture game,
like Saw,
sort of, but it's for rich people. So it's rich people basically watching people die.
Oh, so it's what's that Korean show?
Kind of like the Hunger Games or Squid Games.
It's Squid Games.
Yeah, sort of.
It's exactly like Squid Games.
Yeah, but it was even before Squid Games.
What happened to his hockey movie? He was supposed to make a hockey movie.
I don't know. Anyway, so not a fantastic plot, but the characters he develops and the
in 31.
Yeah, and the dialogue in the movie is razor sharp. It's just so fucking good.
Is Sherry in it?
Of course Sherry's in it.
I love you,
Of course
Sherry.
Sherry's in it.
I love you, Sherry.
Yeah, Sherry's in it. It's a very good movie.
Okay, I gotta do. See, the thing is, Mary's been watching like all these horror shows. Like, so
that's Kristen. Kristen is more of a horror show person.
Like we watched and
she's like, she's every week she's like, I want to watch Silence of the Lambs, and I'm like, what? I'm like, I love Silence of the Lambs, but
no, you know what you should watch is Hannibal.
Yeah,
the show,
and that's her thing. She's way more true crime, so she's like, that's what really like it. And I'm like,
no, have you seen the show though?
No.
Okay, if she wants to watch Silence of the Lambs, have her watch the show with Mads Mikkelsen.
It's Mass.
I thought it was Mads.
No, it's Mass.
Well, watch the show because it's literally one of the best TV shows I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
It is like we'll talk to my MC. MC's watching it right now. Dude, it's so good. Like,
I'm surprised Kristen hasn't watched the Menendez brothers thing.
I don't really care for the Menendez brothers.
I don't really like true crime. Like, I get it. Like, and I've researched enough about it. Like, I know Ed Gein, and I know fucking Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and Albert Fish, and
John Gacy,
John Wayne Gacy, and Ted Bundy.
It's hard to watch all the time. That's what I like.
Dude, they watch it all. I know so many women that they love it. They have a whole podcast. Like shout out to My Favorite Murder. Great podcast.
Oh, MC loved My Favorite Murder.
Kristen
for the
loves it.
longest
She's
time.
gone to see it live several times. Like,
oh yeah,
and
so did MC.
And for anybody listening, yeah, sure, go listen to it. I'll even drop their thing. Stay sexy and don't get murdered. Like, that's fucking.
Is that the name of the?
That's like, ours is stay safe and stay clean. Theirs is stay safe and or
stay sexy.
Stay sexy and don't get murdered.
I like it.
It's fucking great.
Don't take showers by yourself.
Yeah, don't take showers by yourself. Yeah, I get it. Like, there's just. I don't know, but yeah, back to horror. The favorite horror movies, dude. There's so many, and there's so much different shit. I love comedy horror movies, like I love Idle Hands and Zombieland and Shaun of the Dead and Club Dread. Those are great movies.
I'm gonna do my top 5. Okay,
zombie movies.
No, top 5 horror.
Okay.
No specific order.
Okay. In
the Mouth of Madness.
Oh, okay.
Event Horizon.
Solid.
I'm gonna say Sunshine.
Okay.
It's in there as well.
Okay.
What else? 28 Days Later.
Okay.
Oh, what's my last one?
I'll do my top 5 as well. Let me put it together while you're thinking.
I am gonna say it's probably, I'm gonna go off the beaten path and say the Leprechaun series.
That's fantastic. All right. I love that. All right. My top 5, which on a different podcast would easily get stretched into a top 10, but we'll do a top 5. The original Halloween, John Carpenter, he changed the game. He invented,
great movie.
He invented the modern slasher franchise with that. Like, I know Psycho came before that, but Halloween and with the Panaglide, like, he changed cinematography and everything for everything.
Hitchcock did a lot more, but
I really feel like Halloween was, it was pivotal at the right place and time. And Hitchcock didn't use the Panaglide like John Carpenter.
But he had the vertigo shot.
Oh yeah, the vertigo shot's great. So I'll go Halloween. I'll go 28 Days Later, just because for
what it did to zombie movies.
For its genre, for zombie movies, it is hands down the best. It's not even close. And then for I'll throw in a comedy horror in there. Shaun of the Dead is great. I don't think. No, I won't. Never mind. That'll be in my top 10. No. I'm not throwing. I can't have 2 zombies.
Yeah.
The Shining. The Shining is top 5.
Yeah. I mean, it has some
so
holes
good.
Though.
It has many holes. It has many holes. I mean, so does Halloween. Halloween has plenty of fucking holes.
That's true.
Shit. Even 28 Days Later has some holes.
Does it?
Oh yeah. We'll talk about it off air. 28 Days Later. Oh. Horror movies. I gotta go. The Devil's Rejects.
Over House of 1,000 Corpses.
Because Otis in that movie is horrifying as an individual. I think I don't know if there's ever been a more terrifying character, because he's not superhuman, he's not magical, he's not metaphysical like Freddy Krueger. He is just an insane human being that literally, and the scene where he's looking down on the dude that he's about to kill, and he just wipes the hair from his face, and he's just like, I am the devil and I am here to do the devil's work. And it's just like, what the fuck? And then he just beats the guy to death. It's like, holy shit.
Don't they all die in the end of that movie?
It's one of the best ending scenes ever.
Because how do they come back?
That's why it's called 3 from Hell.
Oh, they come back from hell.
I guess. I haven't seen the movie. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then, okay. Yep. I know what I'm going to throw in there. This is highly underrated by everybody. Most people. I didn't even see it for a long time. Trick or Treat.
It's fine.
It is so good.
It is fine.
It is so good.
It's an anthology film.
It is an anthology. It has a werewolf in it, which I fucking love.
I don't think it deserves top 5. Do you really think it deserves top 5?
I do.
Like,
really
is it
do.
just because it has Halloween in like the
No.
thing?
No,
or...
it is not that. Like I think it checks every single box of what a horror movie needs to be. It has jump scares, it has gore, it has some psychological shit to it. It has like the mythology piece where it's like, you know, the kids die in the bus accident and then they come back to life and they exact their revenge. Like,
which version?
Of what?
There's two.
Of Trick or Treat?
There's Trick or Treat, which came out in
Trick or Treat.
The one with the R.
Yes.
And Anna Paquin.
Yeah, Anna Paquin. And I love Sam. Sam, the little fucking pumpkin-headed creature, is fucking fantastic.
Oh, Sam's all grown up now.
Sam's adorable.
He's so adorable. He has a pretty badass name. Can you guess what his real name is?
Samson Pumpkinhead.
Quinn Lord.
Quinn Lord. Great name.
Quinn
What a fucking name. But I think that's it. You know, as far as using, you know, don't get sucked in.
Well, let's talk about like real quick. Like, what was your, you know, you're more of a party person when it comes to Halloween. Like, what's the difference between going to a party like when, you know, your intent was to get like fucking lit compared to now when you go to these Halloween parties and you're like,
yeah, I nowadays I think in recovery it's about embracing it's about embracing the suck or embracing the cringe, you know?
The cringe.
Like because it is weird and it is goofy, but it gives us a chance to like embrace our fucking goofiness and just like whatever you want to dress up as and like do some DIY makeup and like whatever to I don't know, you just show everybody how silly you want to be that night. And you know, you gather in a room and you eat way too many like cookies or caramel apples or whatever, or you go to a bonfire and you have
David,
hot cider
can I say
and
something?
s'mores.
Yeah, don't have caramel apples, David, for your teeth.
Oh no, my caramel apple days are behind me.
Just for your teeth, it doesn't. Yeah. I don't think it would be a good idea.
No, bobbing for apples all day. But like bobbing for apples, like and you listen to Thriller and the Monster Mash, and you just get to have fun. And for anybody out there like listening, like you don't need alcohol. Like there's like tonight they're having a karaoke Halloween party at a recovery house near us.
Oh, I got invited to that.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a great time. They're gonna have a bonfire and they're gonna have treats and it's just gonna be a fun, goofy time where you know you don't have to get all slutted up and tarted up and go to a bar and get
I think
get liver poisoning and a DUI. That's not what holidays need to be about. They can be about just having fun time.
Don't
with
some
each
people
other.
want to get slutted up? Like, isn't that the
by
point?
all means, if you want to keep doing that in recovery, you can do that. But like, if you want to get alcohol poisoning and a DUI, like that's your prerogative as well. But it's not the point of holidays. Holidays are about having fun with the people around you, and that's what Halloween is. It's just in a goofy way.
And slutting it up.
And slutting it up sometimes. Sometimes if you want to dress like, a slutty Santa's helper and do it that way, by all means, go ahead.
So wait, we didn't answer. What was your favorite candies?
Oh,
like what got you jiving for candy?
I do love chocolate. I do love a good Three Musketeers.
Because I was all about Starburst, and
Starburst are great.
I was about Skittles, and I was about like Sweet Tarts, and I was about gummy bears. That was like my.
I'm going to go off the beaten path. Me and my sister love trash candies, like trash candies that most people will just literally throw in the garbage. Like candy corn is one of them.
Candy corn is good.
Love candy corn.
It
has the taste of like honey to it.
I'm one of those rare people who like candy corn, so I get it. But like, there is a point where you can have too much candy corn,
absolutely,
and it can taste like trash.
Yeah, it starts to get waxy in your mouth. Yeah, but if you start early in the month and you just like put a bin or like a little candy jar in your house, and like every day you take a couple pieces, and you're like, okay, that's how I do it, and I enjoy it that way. Me and my little sister, we also love circus peanuts, which are
Ew.
Absolute garbage. They are so garbage.
Ew.
They are garbage.
What is
Me and my
wrong with
sister
you?
We love circus peanuts.
Those are like, that's
Circus
like
peanuts are
trash candy.
I told you we love trash candy. We're the raccoons of candy eating.
So here's one you'll give me shit about. I love buttons.
Oh, you're eating the paper with it? Gross. Gross. Yuck.
Love buttons.
Yuck.
Like,
do you remember bottle caps? Love bottle caps.
Evie got a bottle cap the other day. I almost literally ate it. I was like, I'm gonna take
bottle
this
caps
bottle
are
cap.
good. But along the lines of the bottle cap, me and my little sister also love Necco wafers.
Trash wafers?
Necco wafers.
I feel like I've heard of these.
Necco wafers. Look them up. Google them real quick.
You've
seen them.
I know them.
Yeah, we love
shit,
them.
right?
They're terrible.
Like, aren't they
They're
just
garbage.
like
It's
chalk?
It's chalk.
Yeah.
You're eating chalk.
If I'm thinking of
it's like it's different flavored, long, skinny Altoids.
Ew.
Yeah, we love them. We love Necco wafers. Like, we went to the Necco wafer factory, which I believe is up in Connecticut.
What, for a field trip? For fun?
For funsies.
Yeah. You were like, oh man, this looks
No, we
great.
we were with our family, and we were going to visit our sister up in Boston Conservatory, and we were like, oh, my mom was like, oh, the Necco wafer factory is over there. And like, oh, why are we not turning off?
We're gonna check this out.
And we went and got Necco wafers, and I've only ever met like one other person. Shout out to my friend Felicia, who enjoys Necco wafers, because they're a trash candy. I love trash
I know
candy.
exactly what it is. Like,
I love Charleston chews. Charleston chews are good.
Wait, let me just make sure. Are these? Yeah, dude, Neckos are
They're trash.
Literal
They're
trash.
They're trash.
Like,
candy.
it's something you don't eat. You know, you're like mad about it. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you people?
I don't know. We like trash candy. We like circus peanuts and Necco wafers.
The circus peanuts is worse than trash candy.
Absolutely, I agree.
If we want to go hierarchy, the Necco is like way higher than circus. Circus peanuts like is along the lines of Peeps.
No, I agree. I don't disagree with you.
Are you a Peeps person?
No, I hate Peeps.
But you eat fucking
I used to love Peeps.
Circus peanuts?
I used to love Peeps when I was a kid. Yeah, but I'll eat circus peanuts.
How can you eat?
I'll eat the shit out of circus peanuts.
How can
I'll
you
eat
eat
circus
that?
Peanuts right now.
Like, how can you eat that trash? What does it even taste like? A peanut?
No. It doesn't taste like peanuts at all. It tastes like marshmallow.
Ew.
It's like a cross between like candy corn and marshmallow.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an intense flavor.
Whoever decided that
it is terrible.
Be fired.
It is terrible. But
fired.
I think that's all we have for our, All Hallows Eve Samhain celebration episode.
Yeah. We went pretty long too.
We went pretty long. We went probably longer than I meant to, and didn't touch too much on recovery. But everybody out there, like we touched a little bit on it. The important part is, we can still have fun in recovery with all our holidays, regardless of like how silly or juvenile or whatever they are. Getting fucked up and drugs and alcohol don't need to be a part of our celebrations and holidays these days, and we can do things differently, and they can still be a lot of fun, and we can find new levels of enjoyment in these things. And we hope everybody out there has a safe and clean holiday, and make sure you don't get any acid or razor blades in your candy. So make sure and double check.
Or drugs.
That's why I said acid.
Oh, I thought you meant like...
No, I meant like LSD.
I thought you meant like chloric acid or something.
Who the fuck would do that?
Who's putting razor blades in candy,
Who's putting
dude?
razor
Okay?
blades in candy? Anybody who actually gets a razor blade, please call us. That'd be horrendous. But everybody else, thank you for joining us once again on this drastically off-topic episode. We hope you had fun listening to us. Go to all of our social media outlets, like, share, subscribe,
Support us.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those good things. If you want to become part of the home group, join our Patreon and help us keep the mics on, because we are self-supporting and need help keeping the mics on.
Yes, we do.
But most importantly, everybody out there,
stay safe and stay clean.